The fires have calmed down at this point. Most of the buildings, well, the ones that were on fire, have taken the damage that they were able to sustain until they crumbled and collapsed. As you pass through Sector 2, you enter the midway area between Sector 2 and 1 and cross over. The lights are bright, even as dark as it is at night. This is a place of thrill, as it has always been, a market to sell, and a sector of enjoyment, even if in reality that isn't the case. Where are you guys going to land?
Ideally, like Alma would try to guide Circe somewhere that's like close enough to her parents' house that they don't have to walk, but not so close that it's like, hey, why do the Edenstons have a giant eagle landing in their house? You know, the neighbors will talk.
Neighbors are big mouths.
Easy enough. Surprisingly, even though it's bright in this sector, the lights can also be blinding. You swoop down within an alleyway nearby your house, landing safely on the ground. It doesn't seem like many people have given you any attention. As a matter of fact, as you were flying across Sector 1, the streets were emptier than expected.
But I hope that's not a bad. That's the wrong voice. That was Kathy.
Who's that?
But I hope that's not a. That's not Kathy. That's not Alma either. Jesus Christ! Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I'm gonna hope that's a good sign and not a bad one, but I don't have high hopes. Castilla, good lord, Circe. Jesus, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, it's the bird form. It's difficult to remember who I am.
Yeah, my mind's kind of everywhere right now, so I apologize if I get anything wrong. It's not this.
That's
okay. You can. It might be best if you stay outside. I'm about to tell my parents to break their one rule and leave Eden, and I don't think having a stranger around is going to help too much with that process. Plus, it might be good to, I don't know, keep an eye out.
Yeah, that's. I think. I mean, I was planning on staying as a bird anyway, because I'm very limited in the amount of times I can do this. So if I can just like use it as much as possible, that would be a good idea. And I have better eyesight when I'm a bird, so.
I'm so sorry. I have no idea what you just said. There's some kind of like door action going on somebody's mic. I'm so sorry.
Can you hear me? It might be my brain. Can you hear me now, Alma?
Yes.
Cool. No, I was saying I was gonna stay a bird anyway. Because I have better eyesight as a bird also, but mainly because I can only wild shape like a couple times. So.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, if you could keep an eye out, I'll go in, I'll talk to them, we'll get them out of here, and then we can head back and regroup with the others.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you. And Alma will go knock on the door.
That's a shame. All right. I was just looking for the sock for the mic, and I think Loki definitely took it out of the cabinet, and it's gone.
Oh my god, Loki, how could you do this?
Loki is stolen. A thief.
I can't believe you'd do this to us.
As you head towards the door, it's because my central heating is on right now, and it is a little loud, but
fair.
You head to the door. Circe, as you're here waiting through the alleyway, you have some visibility to the streets. It is fairly empty, and it's a strange sign, especially for Sector 1, being the sector that never sleeps. You do notice the few people that are running across the streetways are being almost escorted. Militia individuals that you've seen before wearing the band that shows the tree in the river for the group within Sector 3 are carrying out exactly what River's plans but initially told you to. They're going to attempt to evacuate as many people as possible for River plans to go through with her plan. Alma, you reach the door and you knock, and it takes a few minutes as your mother opens the door.
Hey, Ma, can I come in? It's
Of course. We would... Right, come in.
Alma heads inside. Okay, where's Dad?
He's packing things up. There's... All of Sector 1's being escorted. We don't know why.
You need to get out of the city right now. And I can help you do that. The group I'm with, we're getting you out of here. Shit's about to, I'm sorry, I shouldn't swear. Stuff's about to go down, and I just need to make sure you guys are safe before it happens. So I guess it's good that the army's already getting people out, but I just need to personally ensure that you're okay.
Is everything fine, Alma?
No, Ma, we have to evacuate because a war is gonna happen.
Oh. Huh.
It's politics. It's corporate fuckery. I'm gonna try to stop it, but fucking there's not a lot we can do. So, can you get Dad? I just need to make sure he's okay before we get you out of here.
And your mother goes over to the room as she gestures for your father. If everything's ready to be prepared, as your father brings out what looks like to be the important things necessary to be taken. The whole house isn't emptied out, but there's what looks like just enough necessary. Well, this isn't the way I wanted to see you again after a few nights, unfortunately, but then he goes and he gives you a hug.
Oh, of course, obviously. Take the hug.
Alma, you're not involved in anything dangerous, are you?
That's a difficult question to answer.
It shouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah, it shouldn't, but it is. The group that I was helping escort, just they're trying to pull some shit, with the everything. So I kind of got dragged into that. Well, okay, that's being unfair to them. I offered to help out. They didn't drag me into anything. I fucking freaking chose this. But everything escalated just like a few minutes ago, and in 4 hours, there's probably gonna be a war with, God, I don't know how much I can tell you guys. Everyone's in danger. We need to get all the neighbors out. I'm not sure I trust the people who are trying to evacuate everyone. Like, they say they have good intentions, but they're also the people pulling this. So, I don't trust them more than you have to, I guess.
Most of Sector 1 has already been evacuated. So...
Good.
I think we've seen the neighbors leave not too long ago as well. The concerning thing, at least from my visual, is the Don's men have been missing for few hours now, even before the evacuations were happening.
What do you mean? Like missing? Like we're worried that something happened to them, or missing? We're worried they're about to do something.
Well, the Don and his men, well, his men particularly, they kind of run this sector, and they're
Yeah.
really hanging around corners and such, whether they're doing their job or not. But for the past few hours, they've been gone.
Well, god damn it. We'll have to keep an eye out for them then.
Hmm. I have everything. We should probably go. It is an unfortunate trip outside of Eden, but I know how much you've wanted to leave, so at the very least, you get to experience outside, even if it's for a little while, hopefully.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not joining the evacuation.
What do you mean?
I'm dealing with something else. The group I'm working with, I'm still working with. I still gotta help them out, you know?
Alma, I don't know how if I agree with this. It's I
You don't have to you don't have to agree with it.
right, but you shouldn't just throw yourself into danger like this.
I mean, why not? Somebody's got to do it. I'm competent as heck, you know that. I just, you know that I'm not happy to just keep doing this forever. Just, be a bud and earn enough to get by, and then, you know, you go home, you be happy. I get it. Like, but I want to go for more than that. I'm ambitious. It's a fatal flaw, or whatever.
It isn't. Um, it isn't just your flaw. We should leave. We can talk at the very least um, at our destination. You seem to be inciting that our time is limited.
Yeah, it's not something we have a lot of right now. So let's. I've got an eagle. Um, we're gonna get you out of the city. And honestly, Dad, it might be time to think about going back to the underdog. Like I don't think things are going to be okay in Eden after all this. I don't think it's going to be safe.
I don't know how much more dangerous it can get up here. The Underdark's already a bit of a hassle to begin with.
Yeah, I know, and I know the whole thing with Onko, but it might be better. I mean, you've still got family down there, Mom, right? Like you've got somewhere you could go back to, and it's better than Eden. It's gonna be better than Eden.
That's true. Perhaps we should listen to our daughter. Um, all right, perhaps for the time being at least.
Okay, then and I promise I know the danger. I'm not going to try to find you guys or get in contact while you're in the underdark. I don't want to mess with the prophecy. So I'll keep my distance, and when you guys are far from there, we can talk again.
Um, your father goes back into his room and grabs something. Uh, we have a old family friend. If you ever come across a man, if this glows, he hands you what looks like to be a insignia that's almost in the shape of a shield. It it's a little old. What seems like the original engraving within it has kind of lost its detail, but you can pick out some details about it. The shape of a similar shape to what the shield itself is. Um, an eye on one side. It almost depicted the imagery of someone's face, perhaps. Um, but
What's this?
uh, you're going to be away from us, at least for the time being. And the entryway to the Underdark is not very close. So even if you were to just figure everything out here and come back to us, it still would be, at the very least, a couple of weeks. We have a family friend of ours that still roams around. Um, and if this ever glows, then that means he's nearby.
Who is he?
I don't know what name he's going by now. He changes it very often. It's an alias for safety reasons. He's trying to stay out of specific individual sites.
Right.
But he's a frankly tall man. I also don't know what he would look like currently. He does also change his visual perspective with illusions. But if this glows, that means he's nearby. Let him
Okay.
know that you are you, and that your father is me. And hopefully he takes you uh, with good feeling. It's been a while now, so I don't know how we're standing with him.
You didn't
But
betray him of something last time you saw him. That's gonna be okay.
no, no. He was a friend of one of your great grandfathers. So
Uh,
it's been a minute.
Dragon Slayer?
Mhm.
The
What was that?
dragon friend.
Yes, yes.
Um, okay, that I know this might be a weird question to ask right now. Was anybody ever hunting him? Alma, the dragon friend?
Mm, sorry. Okay. Um. Well, I mean, that's why he's in hiding, from what I know of. There's someone who's particularly interested in him, but
Okay, yeah, no, that tracks.
I don't think that should necessarily be a concern, though. Or after him, um, and if he does help you, it would be for a limited time. He's always on the move.
Right. And you don't know like his last known alias or anything like that, anything to at least point me in the right direction.
Last time I met him, I was quite young, honestly, and it was by mere coincidence. He'd recognized me. Um, Silva was the last name he gave me.
Silva. Okay. Then he's like a changeling or something, I assume.
I assume he's a dragonborn.
Okay. What color?
Silver.
Good to know. Alva says, her mind running wild with possible theories.
Can't imagine why.
So I'll keep an eye out for Silva Dragonborn. Let him show him this. Let him know who I am. Done deal. And you guys, you're headed to the Underdark. You're gonna be okay. You'll get in contact if you leave.
Don't take too long, Alma.
Well, I'm not gonna meet you there.
I know. To talk to us again.
Yeah, okay. We should probably the Eagles probably getting impatient, so we should head out.
Right. Okay. They gather their things and they head out with you.
Hoorah.
You meet up again with Circe in the alleyway. This big old eagle just kind of staying out of sight.
Yeah. She's like really like kind of like almost cat-like low to the ground because people keep walking by and she's like, how do I make myself look smaller? I'm freaking massive.
Alma rolls up with her parents and just Sissy.
Oh. Hi. I say it everyone's head. You don't know me, but you know me. You met me before I was the fairy that you made a little coat for. It was great.
Oh. Did it turn out great?
Yeah, it was really good. It was great. It was amazing. I think I'm still wearing it, but I don't actually remember. No, I took it off, but it was great. It was good. Don't worry about it. You should get moving. I should stop talking. We've got things to do.
Yeah, we gotta get to the next place after this. So let's get him out, get him to safety, and then let's go.
Hop on. I'm a really great flyer, but you might want to hold on because you know that's safety protocol on any flight bird craft. And I'll lower it like a bit lower for Alma's parents because I'm not sure how nimble they may or may not be.
They're able to get on. They're a bit nervous, but they make it on. And any last words before you guys take flight?
Nope.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
And you take flight, heading back to Sector 2, where the entryway, or the exit, the only exit here is, besides
And
the
not that
gate.
we planned it, but the chariot horse is still outside Sector 2 in
It
theory.
is still outside Sector 2, yeah?
Not that we planned for that, but it works pretty well.
As you guys begin to head towards Sector 2, we turn back over to the other group. What are you guys doing?
Alright, we need to actually figure out some idea of how we're going to deal with all this. Vikda says as they're walking toward to the elevator, like the elevator to the main tower, because we got the Castilla's impression one is the one with the tickets to the ball. If I'm pretty sure.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. No, is anybody else hearing him be very glitchy, or is it just me?
Oh, you're also good.
You're both glitchy, actually.
Jesus Christ, hold on.
This entire, the entire yeah, for me, all of you guys are glitchy as well.
Oh, boy. All right, everyone leave and come back.
We're like,
No.
we're like
Wonderful.
close off and
Better?
Is that
Better
Anyone?
initially. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
forever?
sick.
All right, Discord.
The good old off and
gave
on
up.
thing.
that Friday the 13th magic on Discord.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
go.
All right, but yeah, Vikda. All right, we've got to figure out. We got to figure out and decide on some sort of plan for what we are going to do once we get there. Castilla, you have the tickets, correct?
Yep, and I hold up them. I assume they're paper-based?
Yeah, they are paper based.
Okay. So I got tickets. Can we have sent Circe and Alma with two? You know, just so they can get in if they need to.
Yeah, I would have assumed you guys split them apart.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We don't have one for Alma though.
We do now. No.
All right.
Figure it out.
Sent the two of them. Sent the two of them with Alma and Circe. Got only two left. Consider. Hand me one of those.
Yep.
Vikda and Vikda digs into his pack for some paper, and he is going to uh, cut up as closely as possible the outline of the paper, and then using magical tinkering, unless he's going to mimic. He's going to copy slash mimic the what's on the original ticket onto the forgery.
All right. Does that just automatically work, or do you have to do a check for that, for the how good it is?
Rules as written. Magical tinkering is just touch it and it happens. But if you want me to do a roll for the cutting out the outline, I am fine with that, considering it would be reasonably required to be dexterous.
Let's just say, since this is an ability you have as your artificer self, we'll do an Arcana check for it, because you're using magic to make a perfect duplicate of this ticket, regardless of whether it has a seal on it or some sort of indication that allows the individuals taking you in to know. And he'll go try to pass by that. So just Arcana check, since it's your highest stat.
22.
Just fine.
All right.
Perfect copy.
All right. That's that. Thankfully situated. All right. Okay.
Now we'll say, so there was an elevator for within the Silver Rose, I believe, or whatever I ended up calling it, the gambling tower for Sector 1 that led up.
It was just in that sector.
Right. There's other ways to head up to the upper sector, and all the trainways initially land in the what's considered the almost like a roundabout for the train in the middle where the tower is, before they start splitting apart to whatever sector they primarily head to. Or you guys can go, well, that would take a lot longer, but you know of different ways that groups went up. Almost, you know of the pathway that Sector 2 Leo took. He has this almost broken, crudely made shaft way that he leads up to from the middle pillar all the way up, and that's usually what he takes to sneak up on Eden forces when they're robbing them, basically. So there's multiple ways you can go up. It just depends on which ones you're gonna go to.
Yeah, so we got the so the best options that would be for us is either walking along the rail track, taking one of the trains, uh, going up the rickety shaft, or going all the way back to Sector 2, or was it Sector 1 for the dawn?
Sector 1's for the dawn.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, getting back to Sector 1's not gonna be an option. Right. First thing we got to resolve is actually getting there in the first place. Walk, walking, walking the the rail lines. That how does that how does that sound as an option for you to you guys? Should hope. And the rail lines, majority of them do have a pathway leading to the center, but
Which will be faster?
I don't I don't entirely know. I mean, so far our best option would be going along the train. Taking the train itself would be the fastest, but we don't know. But off the top of my head, I don't know when the actual next train would arrive. So I feel like just going to the train station itself, and then either taking the next train if it's not too long, or walking along the track to get to the tower. I know Leo had that large shaft he made, but we're not. But still a
They'll take
bit of a
care.
long ways off. Yeah.
Let's go to the
I
train
just want to check. Train station it is. And Jesse, I just want to confirm that we have like how long do we have for how long do we have to get to the ball, and how long do we have till shit goes down at the ball?
So the ball starts at 10. Shit goes down at 12. Once you reach the ball, you have only 2 hours. It is currently like 8 or around 8 or 7. So you got like 2 hours to get to the ball. In the time it would take Circe and Alma to get to Sector 1, that would be for around 40 minutes, and then the time for them to get back to the broken entryway would be another 10 minutes. From there, so this is all happening within that time span.
Okay. Alright, so the ball itself, so we're going to want to do some recon on figure out why people are there, figure out where people of interest are, like Valentis or Endordum, as well. And I also feel like either of your parents, both of you would be included in that list of people to at least keep an eye on.
Keep an eye out for Bob. He's there with Pearl, probably.
Him as well.
Bless you.
I have a list going. So far, we have Valentis, Orm, King August, Callum, Astrid, Bob, Pearl, and Spis's parents. Raven.
Raven would
Her
be
as
in the
well,
lab.
We're
Right.
not gonna bring
Yeah.
Raven to a ball.
It's
No,
not
you have to go sit in
yes.
the kids' room.
Like, okay, we know you're a prisoner, but fancy party time.
She's probably going to be guarded considering what happened.
Yeah, no, I think
It's
believe
unlikely
we
that
brought that up.
she's going to. It's unlikely she's going to be at the ball itself, but I would not put it past them to use her as a trophy piece. Unfortunately.
I doubt as much as I'd say that. I'd say considering she got away and how stressed Orm and Valentus seemed, or well, at least Valentus, to get her back, considering he was willing to drop a whole plate in a matter of minutes, I think it's safe to say they want her tucked away.
But it's still something to consider and watch out for. But well,
We need to
but we
get to
can.
the lab to get her.
Yes, that is going to that would be our is likely going to be our plan, or going to be our main plan. Getting to the lab, getting to the lab and searching for Raven, searching figure figure out find whatever it is they're siphoning all the ether to. But
Shut that down if possible.
yes, if it's something that's able to be shut down.
And
So,
the
oh.
and the flip for the wall if we decide we need it.
Big
If we
if.
need it,
But yes.
Still it'd be good to search for it anyways. I feel like it'd be
Knowing where it is would help, considering perhaps maybe they're going to try and open it themselves and start a war. Keep an eye on it, you know?
yes, a good idea. Good idea.
Either way, I think it's safe to say we need to kill some dictators. Yes?
I think it should be an agreed thing that if you have the shot to kill them, just if you have the ability to kill them in one shot, take it.
Aye, Captain. I have a spell. And I was gonna ask you, Vikda, if you had anything to make it so it would, I don't know, pass? Basically it's relies on how smart they are, I think. But if I get a successful cast, sorry, wrong spell. Hold on. I lied. It's not intelligence. Wisdom. Their ability to be wise. Pretty much, if this happens, while there is the people will see the crown, pretty much that person has to attack whoever I say.
If it's Crown of Madness, they attack a random target.
So it actually says the charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. It can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within reach.
I've been using this spell wrong for years.
It's okay.
I think it's different in Baldur's Gate. I think that might be where the
No,
confusion.
I'm gonna be so nice about this. I do not get my knowledge of D&D spells from Baldur's Gate, and I'm offended that you would think such.
Some people will say like, "Oh, then Baldur's Gate," and I've had so many people that say that, and I'm like, because the spells are different. And I thought that might be the same. I'm sorry, Vicky.
No.
No. Cersei
I'm
and
better.
Alma have fallen out.
I am better.
So
Party conflict starts now.
Yeah,
Let's
that's the
go.
end of party conflict. It's fine.
I'm flying to
gonna
England.
I'm muting myself again.
It's not even between characters, it's between the players.
Yeah, we're having a brawl. Did you not know?
Fight. Anyway.
Anyway, I'm muting
Why?
again.
I'd be breaking-
So she just flies up. He's like, "Good luck landing and not dying." Flips over.
Does a barrel roll. Anyway.
Don't underestimate the dwarf.
She'll kill
I'll
you
fuck
in
you
your
up.
sleep. So
Unf-
if we need to use it, it's an option. And Spis, if you want your parents out of the picture, got you covered. Not murder-wise. I mean, they might get arrested for killing a political leader, but
that may be a last resort case. considering the amount of chaos it would cause, I feel like doing
Vikda.
this as quietly to not cause a panic in the massive ballroom of guests, to cause a stampede. We do not want that.
That's true,
Doing
but
this,
also, no matter what we do, there's going to be some sort of conflict and chaos. You understand this, right?
There's no avoiding
yes,
it.
unfortunately, yes,
Because
but
knowing those assholes,
there-
they're going to make this public. That's how politics work. They're gonna make it look like we've been planning this the whole time, even though that's only been like 10 minutes.
unfortunately, yes, but I will restate it. We do not want to. We do not want to kill a man in the middle of the ballroom. In the corner is a better location.
But if you
For
have the
lack of a
shot,
better,
In the kitchen is actually best. There's an oven. Get rid of the evidence.
oh, true.
Okay, so that's not gonna work. The oven does not make it magically disappear. It just means that there's a now burnt body.
Yeah, that's true, but then it makes it more fun. Castilla doesn't know much about that stuff, guys.
Yeah, but the body
You're
won't be found until the oven is needed again. So
True!
you go in to put in some pie, and you're like, oh, there's a dead body in here.
question: do any of our assassination targets have hair?
Relentless.
Okay, then if
Warm.
we
They
put
both
them
have
in the
long
oven,
hair!
people are going to smell burning hair, and that's a very distinct
Oh,
smell.
that's true.
as
Well,
well
also
as flesh.
Castilla's planning on decapitating Valentus, so, you know.
Oh.
Cool. So that will be noticeable.
Yeah,
Like, very. There's no clean,
As
easy way to do that.
yeah. But it'd be cool.
for causing a disruption during the ball, distracting some of the some of the people there. I might be able to make use of unseen servant, cause a bit cause small disturbances that would not be as drastic as public murder or
Execution.
public assassination.
Execution.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Execution. Like,
execution. Okay.
yeah.
It,
Guillotine, motherfuckers! Viva la
Victor
France.
is just
You
trying
guys
his
keep
best
forgetting
to
you're the
call.
bourgeoisie.
Victor is trying his best to rein you in. Stop
Nope.
making it harder.
No, never.
Swear to
Castilla's
fucking
finally
God.
has lust for blood.
You're going against Castilla, who finally wants to kill somebody, and Spis, who does not care.
Murder. But yes, no, Castilla does agree. It needs to be private. If we can lure any of them away to do this, it would be great. If we could potentially, as bad as it is because we'd be revealed, get one of them to dance, that means their hands would be tied. It would be tricky to cast spells, and they can't risk using any of those crystals because they need their hands to break them or do whatever their magic fuckery is. So,
That would also lead to them being separated if that is
mhm.
one of their tactics of staying together.
And should there be the risk that my father is aiding them and does want to have some bond between me and Valentus, well, by God, unless I need to fake it for the night, I can.
I could also give it a try.
The good news is,
My parents are supposed to be here, so lying and saying I'm here with them wouldn't be hard.
Yeah, that
If
is
you would be willing
actually.
to do that, that would work.
Either way, we're probably going to have to schmooze up with these assholes for a minute or two. But the second they see any of us, they're going to know.
They're going to know something is up, but they would not be able to figure out our plan.
At the very least, they'll recognize me, Vikda, and Circe the quickest. Alma and Spis are less likely, considering they weren't at the original ball.
I can disguise myself, not as drastically as the last attempt, but it will be.
Mhm.
I will look different.
That might be a very good idea. I was contemplating cutting my hair. So,
I can help you with that if you'd like.
yes, please. Trying to hide the pink. Don't know if it's going to work, but you
Okay.
know, it's one less identifying factor and not going to use the masks, so Uh,
Spis is gonna quickly reach up her dress and pull out this dagger. Um, I can do that whenever you'd like. Whenever we got a moment.
Castilla just stops, take out her own knife, immediately hacks off a piece of hair. Walk and talk.
Spis is- I assumed we've been walking this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Castilla's just saying, let's just keep walking. It's fine. We can do it while we walk.
Where though? No one decided what path they're gonna
Train
take to
station.
go.
Yeah.
up. The
Shit,
train
you're
station?
right.
Okay.
We've been
Train
walking in the
station.
void.
No, we decided we were
I
going
mean-
to the train station.
Train station.
You guys quickly get off the treadmills you were on.
Oh shit, these were here the whole time. Come on, guys, we're late. We're late. We're late for a very
doing
important
the
date.
okay go fucking treadmill dance the entire time.
Fair enough. As you head towards the train station during your conversation, and you were waiting here at the train station, having your conversations, cutting each other's hair, pulling knives out from under your dresses, whatever.
Let's
floats your boat.
go.
Yeah, let's give it a. I'm going to give it a. Actually, not bad. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes before the train shows up for its final departure, as it gives off the individuals who are heading down from their work on the upper plates of Eden. Next stop, the upper sector, the first stop in the towerway from sector 5. You guys are currently in sector. I need to bring up that map.
I assume while we're on the train, we're probably changing. Castilla can set up a cloak for barrier. You don't see anything.
Sure. I mean, this on the last trip back up on the train, usually it's pretty empty because most people that are on the train are on their way back down from their jobs. There's no real reason other than work for most people down here to go up. And there's no real reason from people who live up to come down. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
You never know if there's a peeping Tom. Pearl might be watching. You know, like
Sure.
she did the Vikda that first ball.
sure. But
Curtain.
curtain it is. It's just it's you'll be alone in that room. You'll be fine.
You can just
Carts.
girls can't change. It's fine.
Vikda, you're one of the girls.
I mean,
You put on the new clothes under the old clothes and then take the old clothes off. It's very simple.
There you go.
yeah, yeah.
So it's going to be a trainway because these are taking their final trips back up. It will lead from Sector 5 to the roundabout. And if you stay on for the rest of the trip, the trains re-land back into Sector 0, which is where the tower is.
How long will that take, roughly?
Your trip to Sector 5
Mhm.
would be around the same. You were in Sector 3. Would be around. Actually. No, yeah. Would be around the same time it would have taken to reach Sector 4. Or 1, I mean. So that means it was around 40 minutes to get to there.
Okay.
The
So add
train
on 40 minutes.
took
So
10
it'd be
minutes.
so we start at 8, right?
Yeah, you start at 8. We're just going to give you a flat out 8 that you guys all started at. 40 minutes to get to the train station. 10 minutes for the train to get there. And if you take the trainway up and go all the way to Sector 0, it's going to be another 30 around 30 minutes. The train is fairly fast, especially on its last trip because there's not a lot of people on there. There's not a lot of reason to stay at the stops.
So it'd
Okay,
be 1 hour and 20 minutes, which means it'd be 9:20.
Yeah. Okay. During the during the trip, I'm going to going to confirm because
Uh-oh, I think Owen's going back to Transformer mode.
Oh, it's getting glitchy again. Hold on.
Oh, there we go again. Oh, we're all back at it. All right.
Good lord.
all right.
Don't you love Discord, folks?
Nope,
Oh,
Oh, Abby's gone forever.
I don't think that solved it.
Uh, hold
Oh,
on. Can we all join fuck and see what happens?
I can see it's having. I can see it in the
Issues.
corner. It's having issues.
Yeah.
We could all go into fuck. I mean, that's fine.
That's
If
the
it-
grumpy face review.
Oh, but
How's it over here?
is it better?
Don't know what that means.
How is it? How is it the things over here?
You sound clear. I can say that.
yeah.
Sick.
For now.
Every time it gets bad, we just swap between to the next voice channel.
I like how
Infinite voice channel glitch.
I like how at the bottom where it says voice connection, it says fuck / do or die.
Oh my god, that's a whole ass trope and fix.
That's a meme.
All right, come on, Valentis, let's go. No, you're gonna die. Anyway,
One way or another.
get over here.
Anyway.
Decapitation.
Okay. Okay. I just want to ask for gameplay purposes, like if this would have a chance of working, because what I want to try and do is during the train ride over, I want to attempt to use a moat charge to on an infusion with with the spell of with disguise self on the armor that Vikda currently on the studded leather armor that Vikda has to basically make it so that when it's on it hides the armor, it hides the armor heal, it hides the armor, basically effectively effectively making the magic item
Invisible.
yeah, it's a specific magic item I have in mind that he's copying, but yeah, it just makes it so that he's not. It would make it so that he's not visibly wearing armor.
Okay, so you use a mode charge. So keep track of all your resources, because there's no time to rest in between this whole night,
Yeah.
pretty much. You use your mode charge. Roll d20 and add your wisdom modifier to it.
All right, wisdom roll. 14.
14. That's not bad. And with that mode charge, your armor becomes, well. What did you choose to do this on?
I do it. Yeah, I did it on his armor to hide it.
Right. What piece of your armor are you?
Yeah, it would only be one piece, wouldn't it?
If two pieces are a pair, they count as one piece. But it has to either be your chest plate or your gauntlets or your boots or whatever ends up being.
Could he do it on the Arcanist gauntlets?
That would work. It now looks like you are no longer wearing the Arcanist gauntlets. Your hands are just bare. But you can feel them. You can feel the outer layer of the Arcanist gauntlets.
Okay. All right. This will work.
So, I tell you this beforehand, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, if you decided that you had an outfit for this ball, the Titan of Time does not know how it happens, but you were able to make it, since I know you have a very small and or strict time period currently. So you have whatever outfit you decided you want to take for this ball
Yay.
available to you.
We're fancy.
Let's go.
For just
Why am
thematic
I not
reasons.
surprised?
Just for the aesthetic.
Listen, we gotta look
Yeah,
hot while we slay.
Yeah, Vikda's just throwing on his his last ball.
That is true.
wear.
Yeah, you do have the outfits Amethyst gave you.
Yeah.
I'm saying these are the extra set of noble clothes Castilla had in her inventory.
Sure.
There you go.
All right, and the trainway heads upwards back into Sector 1. Anything you guys want to do before you reach the central tower?
At the actually, I don't know how well this would work, considering disguise self only has a duration of 1 hour.
As far as you know, the current effect you used with your motes on your gauntlets, you don't know what the time limit for that is.
Yeah, that as well.
Mote charges can do very strange things.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I don't think I'm gonna double down on the disguise self. Yeah, Vikda just takes all his stuff and shoves it takes all of his things and shoves them into his bag of holding, which he is currently wearing on the base of his tail.
All right. Anyone else? Anything? Yep.
This is taking. Is gonna take the ball of her thunder flail.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna take the rest of her stuff and put it in the bag of holding. I'm pretty sure we have, and the other group doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vikda usually has it. Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed
Yeah,
Victor.
and Alma has her personal bag of holding.
Yeah, Victor or Castilla usually has it, so I was like,
Vikda.
Yeah. But Spis is just gonna have the head of the thunder flail and have it it's gonna carefully cut some of the under tool from her dress off so that you can't see it was cut, wrap it around the ball and shove it in her pocket. And it's gonna do this, gonna break the head off of her second flail and do the same with that one. So I'll have one in each pocket.
Let me.
Also dress pockets.
We do know morning stars are very large.
I don't have a morning star. I have a flail.
Right.
And it is a
Flail
poofy
head.
dress.
The piece at the end. Well, I guess technically for your thunderous flail, if it was split open, and you took that center ball and put it into your pocket with the shards separated, then that would work absolutely fine. Your other flail, on the other hand, it is a spiky ball.
Yeah, it's a standard morning star, which
Yeah.
I didn't think those were that big though. How big are they?
They're at minimum 6 inches.
Oh, that's so much bigger than I thought it was. Never mind.
Isn't that the size of a phone? Roughly? No? It's a radius.
Flail. Yeah, it's a big spiky ball. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it is
Spis, how poofy is your dress? Make it a belt.
Huh?
No, Mickey, we cannot. We have honestly not heard you since we had to move channels.
Yep.
I forget what song plays during that.
So for the electrical flail, that would be a lot more possible than the regular one.
Would that still allow me to cast like the bits inside it? Would that still allow me?
Well, remember the electrical flail can like disperse and reform at will.
Mm.
So that one you can just disperse and reform when you're using it. It deattaches to your command. The other flail would be more like you're deattaching the ball
Yeah.
head and just taking the ball head and putting it into your pocket.
So like you mentioned.
That'd have to be a really big pocket.
Yeah. So not that one, but you mentioned the. Like,
Yellow.
Oh, there we go.
Mickey?
Nope. No, Mickey's
Still
still
not hearing you, bud.
Do we need to try the original channel?
We are not. We are not. Can confirm.
We can go back to the original channel. And
Hold
see
on.
if
If
that
it
Is it-
works.
Mike then changed it.
It's the original channel. All right, guys.
Let's go.
No, I don't think.
Plug in your headphones and unplug. Sorry, unplug and then replug in your headphones.
And also try double checking
Oh.
what mic is on.
Off and on again. It always works.
Your settings could have swapped momentarily as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
for some reason.
Yeah.
That's
Discord
Between-
is being a little fucky wucky, so you know.
what mine did that.
Of
one
course,
time.
on a special session, you know.
Yeah.
Discord's also freaking out.
Huzzah.
If it gets bad, Mickey can just call me on its phone, and I can just hold it up to the mic.
True.
No, we
Hold it
can't
up
hear
to
you
the
still,
mic.
man.
At all. There is no noise coming from you whatsoever. You sure you didn't accidentally mute yourself?
That's a vibe.
I've
Or,
done
like-
that.
Excellent.
Same. I spent half a session once, like people talking to me and me saying something, thinking that it wasn't a very important, that didn't require a response until someone was like, Abby? And I was like, yeah. And they kept going, Abby? I was like, shit! I've been muted this entire time.
That's so funny.
Because, like, a noise will happen or you'll get up to do something and you'll mute yourself and then you just forget.
Oh, leave and come back, Mickey. Like
Somebody
completely
says
leave.
restart Discord.
You can also restart Discord. There you go. Maybe your PC has an update.
No,
Damn
no, no,
drivers.
dreaded PC up.
Click the green
Green
button.
button.
Do
It
it,
calls
Mickey.
you.
This is the one time we'll tell you to do it during session.
Do the
As
green
a-
button.
I was about to say, as a matter of fact, technically, I can just kick you out.
Oh my god.
Almost saving the day behind the scenes.
Green button. The
Alma-
power.
Alma just real quick falls asleep.
So to answer your
Doo-doo-doo.
question, it will be
Comfy
difficult
bird ride.
for the other Morning Star for you to
Yeah,
hide that. So
okay.
yeah.
But you mentioned in the Thunderflail, like, it can take out the crystals? And it'll, like...
The little metallic shards that kind of like attach to make it a larger ball. If you look at the art in the magic item,
Yeah.
you can see what I'm talking about. It's usually a large ball that's attached, and when you use its electrical properties, it like disperses and allows the electricity from within to do its damage.
Okay.
But if you were to take that smaller ball from within after letting it disperse, you would be able to hide not only the ball but the other shards perhaps in your other pocket, and it would be enough to just fit them in there. Fine.
Okay. And I'll be able to, like, reform the ball when I want to use it.
Yeah. You would still need to use the handle itself, though.
I can't throw it myself?
You can throw it. You just can't use its magical properties without its actual.
Mickey?
Uh-oh.
Oh god, it's dead.
Oh no.
Mickey's dead.
Mickey's
What if we mute
fair.
Mickey and it reverses the effect?
Blowing myself up. Blows up pancakes with my fucking pancakes. Yay! I can just voice Alma for you. Yeehaw. That's Syra, but you know. Yeah, it's Syra. Whoops. I'm tarot cards.
Oh,
Owen. Owen, you're Alma now.
Horrifying. All right.
Abby.
Abby, you're muted. If that's what your concern was. Like, I can see the mute symbol on your actual screen. You muted yourself.
What on earth just is going on with Discord? Did everyone just get like disconnected en masse just then, or was that just me?
It was just you.
That was just you.
Do we need to open a goddamn Zoom call?
Oh my
I
God.
heard it like make the you know when you hang up that like noise, and then but I was still like on call. I could still see all of your pictures, and then I was
Oh
like,
yeah, that
what is
means
going on?
the like audio stuff is. Hold on. You're on
And then it-
speakerphone, Mickey.
I better fucking be on speaker.
Yeah,
Yep.
you are. We can hear you. You could probably hear yourself as well.
Apologies in September 2023, but what's up?
What about September 2023?
Was the last time I called Emily.
Ah.
oh,
You never call me anymore, Emily.
Bitch, you called me last week when I had a panic attack because I thought I was dying.
Yeah, on Discord.
Do you want me to hang up? I can.
Actually, not if. Wait, hold on.
Sorry, one sec. I hung up.
Oh my God.
I mean, they're not detecting any problems with Discord at the moment. I'm inclined to disagree.
I can't tell if this is a voicemail or your actual voice right now. Hello?
What happened?
Yeah, it was a voicemail.
Okay, great. I'm holding your phone literally right next to my microphone.
Let's have the most wretched session of D&D.
Oh, it's gonna be very difficult.
Would it not connect to your phone either? Discord?
I can try. Hold on.
Yep. There's a clapping sound and then disconnect.
Out of all the sessions to have technical difficulties such as these.
Good thing we started early, guys. Oh,
Oh.
I saw a sound and then
There was a like emergency symbol next to your name.
emergency paging Dr. B.
Oh, huh?
We heard you for a second.
I think we heard. Was that through Emily's though?
It's just you for some reason. That's weird.
No.
No,
We're
that's
not hearing
strange.
anything.
We all have Mickey muted somehow.
Mickey, hold on.
mean-
Call me in Discord. I'm going to see if that works.
That's a good shout. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah,
What?
I mean, I was about to say you can scream, but we're not going to hear anything.
That's so true.
I'm just trying to think. What the? Hold on. I'm done. Because like this something similar happened in my last one, and I could not hear. Like they could all hear me, but I couldn't hear a single word they were saying. And one of the guys changed the like instead of it being like West Coast, they changed it to like East Coast output or input, and then suddenly I could hear them again. It was so weird. I'm wondering if maybe it might be something like that.
Where would that even be though?
I've no idea. Literally, like I was complaining that I couldn't hear anyone, and then I thought it was me, and then literally like randomly into the call, I could just suddenly like I could hear everyone, and I was like, what happened? And someone was like, yeah, I changed the output from like East Coast to West Coast, and then and then that was all I needed to do, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
All right, folks, I'm
Alright,
opening up.
my-
Hold on. I'm opening a Google Meet to see if that can help.
Legit. The first thing says, make sure that you haven't muted them. Did we all check Mickey and make sure that the slider hadn't gone down?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't hear one specific person on Discord. I haven't changed the volume settings. I'm not that inept. I just make sure your app is updated.
Oh no. I'm gonna turn off camera. There we go.
Hold on, I'm deafening on here.
Well, but with a chainsaw. That's from I can't remember what it's called now. The one with the heathers in it.
The one with the heathers in it? You mean Heathers?
Heathers, yes, that one.
The one with the heathers in it.
My excuse is it's half one. My brain is turning to mush.
That took me a second too, because I was like, wait.
Wait, isn't it just Heathers?
That would have been embarrassing if I was wrong, though.
Maybe.
I'm
Oh,
going
I
to
don't-
settings to see if there's like.
Check your input mode. Check that you're not accidentally pushed to talk. Is Mickey pushed to talk? Is that a thing? On desktop? It says it is.
Push talk is a thing.
That is a thing on Discord that may.
What's the next one? Make sure to check and switch your input/output device to voice settings section on the specific device you are using. It's weird that that would have changed on its own. Check your volume settings. It's really bigging up the volume. It's like, have you triple checked that your volume is on?
To be fair, that's probably like half the problems.
That is true. That is very true. I can randomly turn it on according to this website. It can randomly do all of this stuff according.
That's so fun of it.
Yeah. Like the reverse happened one time to one of my mates, and she was eating, and that's the reason why she had push to talk on, because she would, speak when she needed to. It is much easier than just muting and unmuting herself. And it turned on the voice just on its own without like telling her, so we could just like hear like her chewing her food. And one of my other friends has like this thing where if she hears like chewing of any kind, it like that completely like freaks her out.
Oh,
And she just
no.
can't. She
has
just
that.
can't do it. And it was literally like she was like, "Is someone eating something?" And then we were all like, "No." And then someone was like looking at the green circles to see like where the noise was coming from, and we were like, "Mate, your thing is on." She was like, "Oh, she was like, I'm so sorry." She was so apologetic. She was like, "Discord's being a dick. I didn't do it." And it turned it on for her for some reason. Try resetting your voice and audio settings by pressing Reset Voice Settings.
See, I think the problem is it's actually Mickey's headphones, because when we went onto the Google Meet, it didn't work either.
Ah.
Oh.
Has he got any sort of like ones that you would have for like your phone? Just like Apple ones, or
I don't know. And he has an Android, I think.
Sony. No, Sony. Who does Android? Google? Fucking Google.
Something.
That sounds like it's a headset thing. But it's weird when he tried it on the phone. Was that
Also not working.
Yeah, was that with when with can't talk. Was that with headphones as well? Or was that just like no
I
headphones?
I have no idea. It worked when he called me, but that was just, regular calling.
Right. Okay. So in theory, it is either Discord or the headphones.
Mickey did turn off his Discord, right? Like completely clicked out of it.
Yeah, I think he did because he upgraded. Sorry, updated.
Couldn't he have Discord like on his phone and just like have it on speaker? Because I do
We
that.
tried.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried.
without having like anything plugged in. No
That's
headset.
bizarre. It is bizarre that it wouldn't work with the phone.
Yeah.
Sorry that we're 2 for 2 this week, Owen, with sessions.
I can't really think what else it would be. Other than completely resetting the settings on Discord or grabbing a new pair of headphones. Just seeing if that works. Yeah, kind of seems to be the same things. It's just basically reset yourself, check that you're not on push to talk or your headphones.
Yeah. Oh, in other news, Vel and Owen, the package still is not found, but they finally opened the claim.
Oh, fun.
So now there's a missing package claim.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
And-
Abby, I'm not sending yours until I figure out where the fuck theirs is because it's the same service. And I ain't risking shit.
Losing shit.
This is the 3rd package they've lost in a year for me.
Oh
Ugh.
shit, really?
Yeah. Twice sent, once receiving.
That is so annoying.
Just a bit.
Is it like a big is it like a big company like
UPS.
Yeah. I have heard things about UPS.
It's good and bad. It can be really nice for like expensive shipping for big items, but it's also expensive as hell. And it's like, listen, if you're gonna charge that much, please don't do and lose things. That'd be great.
Yeah. For real. Or, if you're gonna at least be helpful when it's lost.
Exactly.
Classic big companies.
Yeah, I tried to email their support and they're like, well, you need to file the claim yourself. And I'm like, the website won't let me.
Yeah.
Well, you still need to file it yourself. Sure. And so it wouldn't accept me saying I'm the sender. So I just said I'm the receiver and it worked finally.
Oh, fun.
So I'm apparently the receiver.
You are both. You sent it and received it. Anyway, I sent it to myself and just to see if it would work. It did not.
You mailed it and then planned a road trip to come receive it and bring it back home.
See how quick it would send.
Who would make it first? You or the package?
That's the true game of life.
That's the gamer's choice.
The Gamer's Choice Awards.
I heard that was fun.
I'm sure it was.
The internet just can't be happy. I think that's the thing. It was like everything that they were either doing or saying, someone had something to say about it. What can you do?
So, how's the weather, folks?
Oh my god.
I
Cold.
don't know what it's doing. It's dark out there.
Very cold.
I'm pretty sure this is Discord's like, hey, you guys were supposed to have a longer just fuck around moment.
You're supposed to chat more.
You ran in
There we
too
go.
fast.
I wanted you to talk more about Putt Putt. See? That's good. You didn't get to talk about Putt Putt. And... Oh, Friday the 13th really coming for you.
Oh god.
Damn, it's gonna be hard too because I can't really go much forward without everyone being present.
Yeah.
Impromptu one shot on the train, folks.
Impromptu lunch and train.
We just take
You're
up
playing like Murder on the Orient Express. That's what's happening right now.
They're just shooting dice, gambling money.
We just take up the whole session. Castilla, Spis, and Vikda talking on the train. Trying to get dressed and rolling for it. roll roll to try and reach the zipper yourself.
I don't know, rolling for every little minute thing.
Roll for how good your outfit looks.
Roll for how hot you look as you're about to kill someone.
Roll wisdom to see if you can get the bobby pins in the correct places in your hair.
It was just like, it's not working. I need to start again. How long do I have on this train?
Too long.
Too long. Good day.
Oh, Mickey went online.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Ooh. Let's do like a drum roll. What sound bites do we have? Do we have a victory sound bite? Mickey comes back
I'm pretty
and
sure
we
it
can
has
hear
its,
him.
the
Oh, the Zelda
Mickey-
one. We have that,
No,
right?
Mickey has its soundboard muted, so not
It
gonna hear
does.
you.
Oh no, Mickey.
He pissed on my fucking...
Every now and again, I like to be reminded on our amazing choices.
We have some fantastic ones in here.
Oh, the FNAF one.
I like the FNAF one. I like randomly using them when we all forget.
Mm.
Jesus Christ. So, considering you're the only person to get a package, Jesse, how was it? Was anything broken?
No, everything was great.
Yay!
Everything was
Glad.
fantastic. Yeah.
I was stressing very much because of all the package issues I'm having. This is what I get for having hubris of sending things early.
That's what you get for just being a good individual.
You want to send packages to people you like? No.
Gotta be nice to your friends.
I want to be nice to my friends. I want to spoil them with goodies and galore.
Nothing goes unpunished.
Damn.
No good.
You got a friend in me.
Oh,
Da-da-da.
for
You got
this
a
is
friend
foiled,
in me.
I realized I could just pull the crystal, like use the crystal things, put those in my pocket, and then with the actual stick, I'll have it secured along like where Spis's dagger is.
That's
What
possible.
about putting the crystals in Spis's hair?
Nah, just keeping them in the pocket for easy access, I think, is best.
True, true.
Your random magical item that is in my world for the day, folks, is actually an uncommon, so it's not the worst thing to find. Called the cactus mace.
Oh,
Oh.
what?
This magical weapon's head is an enchanted cactus that rapidly regrows its missing needles. The first target hit by this weapon on each of your turns takes an extra 1d4 piercing damage from the attack.
That's cool. Spis gets a third mace.
Yeah, that's what Spis needs.
The flavor
One more
text,
mace.
the flavor text says it also sounds like rain if you turn it upside down. The item is free and is included as a part of it's something else. Yeah, it's just that it also sounds like rain when you turn it upside
It's
down.
like one of those sticks
Like-
where you turn it, it goes. "Wah."
The rain
Wah.
sticks.
a
Oh,
rain stick, a maraca.
I freaking love those.
Wait. Where's the image? Where is it?
I think I know exactly what you're looking for right now, Val, and if it is, I'm gonna yell.
We'll see.
It is not.
I just remember seeing this image like so long ago, and I'm like, wait, I need to find it.
A cactus flail. Yeah.
We sure Spis doesn't own one of these?
No. Oh, this is a mace. It's not a flail.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, well, this is what I got for photos.
This is it now.
The caption for it says that there's 45% chance of self-damage with every attack.
All right.
I like those odds.
I like those odds. Just less than 50%. Therefore,
Oh.
it's great.
There's more chance of hitting someone else than it does me. That's all I need.
I don't have context. I just wanted to send something I had on my phone. Welcome to the make no sense zone of the night.
Sonic. Oh, is anyone going to see Sonic 3?
I haven't seen the second or third or second one yet.
I haven't seen him either. I gotta watch him. Me and my wife always say, man, we gotta watch the Sonic movies because they said they're good. But
They're so good. I'm so excited. They weirdly always come out on Christmas, though. I don't know if they intend for that to be a thing, but they do.
I've seen the second one and it was interesting.
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't want to say too much to spoil it, but yeah, it's an interesting one. Interesting stuff happens.
no,
But
no.
oh shit.
Shadow was a money gang.
Because he's there in the third one. We don't know why. But he's
Maria.
You're gonna shoot a child in the third one.
well,
Yep.
in the trailer for the movie, he gets on a motorbike and pulls a gun out. So
There's also a shot of a beam going to the moon. Bitch ass motherfucker. He got pissed on my
Yes.
fucking wife. He took his hedgehog quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife. And he said his dick was this big. And I said, that's disgusting. So I'm making a call out post on my twitter.com. Shout out the hedgehog, you've got a small dick. It's the size of this walnut, except way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dog looks like. That's right, baby. No points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that. It looks like 2 balls and a bong. I can keep going, but I can stop.
Expertly quoted.
Why do you have that completely memorized?
He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right, this is what you get. My super laser piss. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth, I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon! How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot! You have 23 hours before the piss droplets hit the fucking earth. Now get out of my fucking sight before I piss on you too.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
How do you?
I like how
The
he wakes
reason
up the
I
next
know it
morning-
all is because I have a button of it.
Oh my god.
I like how he wakes up the next morning and he's just like, "What? I wouldn't say that. I love Obama."
Tired of doing these things all the goddamn time.
Oh dear. Ooh. Gosh, sorry.
Is Mickey
I'm
okay?
yawning.
Did Mickey try again?
Not that I've seen.
Honestly, I'd be having a breakdown at this point. I hate technology so much.
That's fair. Technology sucks.
I don't know if it's more stressful if I ask it. So,
I would
Mickey,
ask, but don't ping.
Mickey, how's it going?
Oh, for some reason, I thought you were gonna ask if Mickey's having a breakdown over this.
I mean,
I
kind
mean-
of.
What?
I think I'd personally be crying by now, so
Same.
I get stressed with tech problems.
That's so fair. I do too.
All of it would have been like thrown across the room at this point. I get to a point where I'm like, right, if all my basic fixes aren't working, like turn the internet off and on again, turn everything off, reset, check for updates. If none of it is working, I'm like, right, this is going out the window. Give up. Because it's just not the vibe.
There was one time I joined session here and nobody could hear me, and I was like, why not? I went through like everything trying to fix it. It was my whole laptop that was muted. Like there's a
I
mute,
remember that.
there's a mute button on my laptop that I hit sometimes. And for some reason it was still on, so I joined muted, but there's no indication of it.
I remember that. Damn.
Well,
That's how I feel. But that's what I don't get then. If it can't be the headphones because it wasn't working on the phone, it's got to be Discord. So it has to be something on Mickey's Discord settings. It has to be, because if it was working without, if it wasn't working with or without the headphones on the phone or the laptop, that can be the only answer. Not that that's helpful because I can't do anything about that, but that's my narrow down of the situation.
So did anyone else manage to watch the Digital Circus episode that came out today, or?
yes.
Abby?
No,
Spoilers, or?
I do care about spoilers. Hold on, I will mute my headphones. Hold on. If I can figure out how to fucking do it. Hold on. Where is all my fucking settings gone? Hello, why are you being a bitch?
Your settings have just entirely been removed.
Well, they kind of really have. I genuinely can't see anything. Never mind. I'll drop off the call. You message the chat when I can come back.
Oh my god.
That was another.
Like, okay, just like fucking Gangle. Feel so bad for her.
I
Like-
question if the adventures are connected to past traumas. Maybe
I
Kinger
would-
killed his wife.
I would not be surprised on that, but I also have my doubts, considering I do not know what the hell past trauma the Candy Kingdom would be about.
Yeah.
I
But
feel
that one
like
also
it's like,
didn't focus like mainly on a person except for Pomni.
yeah,
And because Pomni's so new.
yeah, and Pomni's whole thing was completely out of Kane's intent. So like,
I'm sad about Gummy Goo.
God, yeah, like the amount of desperation Pomni had to like getting Gummy back,
Get that boy back.
and I also despise Kane for using him so early on after the only two adventures after the one he was in. Like, come on, man. I know you're not a sentient being, but like,
Come on.
also I'm glad that Jax started to get some of his comeuppance for being a
He got
bastard
thrown in the torture room.
after throwing Ragatha into the deep fryer.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. That is legitimately what happened.
What is this show?
That's what I was
The
thinking.
amazing digital circus. The main premise is a group of humans. Six humans. Pretty sure are trapped in a video game. But it's like one of those it's like 80s themed like educational video games or whatever for kids. But like the one that they're in is like fully modeled, like 3D, yes, like fully 3D, and like an entire world that, uh, and it's like it's also got like cartoon logic. So like shit, like a character disappearing in a puff of smoke that perfect that in a puff of smoke that mimicked their that resembled their outline. That could just happen, or like or a character having a scare take where like their eyes pop out of their head could happen, but like
I'm trying to find
and that
glitch.
legitimately happens in game. But like Jax, the one that we're talking about, his his main shtick is being an asshole, and God, there's so fucking much. I highly recommend watching it.
It's very good. If you know anything about I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, it is based on that. Um, it's great. I'm very curious to see how that develops as we get further into the series.
The resemblance to I Have No Mouth is a lot less dramatic than you would expect, but it is there. Considering the fact that it is a group of humans being put into scenarios at the whim of a artificial intelligence, but in the circus, the artificial intelligence is not doing this out of malice. It's more idiocy. Like,
Is the artificial intelligence the mouth with the eyes?
Yep, it's
yep,
Kane.
he's the ringmaster, and he is
I love Kane.
he is not good at his job, but you can't exactly say that outright to him, or else a mental breakdown from him stops reality from existing. So
I'm sending gifs of the good animation.
I feel bad for that character.
Which one?
Jax, or
The girl, Twitter was not nice to her.
Oh, Pomni, yeah. I
Yeah,
like
she's the
Pomni. Pomni's a good character.
yeah, she's the newcomer and has not and so far she has not been broken by the circus like everyone else. So like so far like the main get like Jax, like I said, he's just the asshole of the group, like making everyone else's life hell. Uh, Ragatha, she is the
Fair.
she yeah Ragatha, the doll with red hair.
Mhm.
She's the one who tries her best to be caring, but it is obvious at times to be a um obvious to be masking.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, and this episode reveals it.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, Jesus Christ.
And it's caused by sorry, and it is caused by the stupidest thing. Ragatha literally getting stupid sauce in her eye, which apparently has a similar effect to being drunk for some
Mm.
fucking reason. For like 3/4 of the episode, she's just fucking drunk for no reason. But yeah,
Wow, these characters look like they were failed concepts for video games. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, no, we're not going with those designs. Very unique.
yeah.
I like the
Simple.
gummy goo people, the alligators. They're very good. Also, those gifts are within 5 seconds
Oh,
of the
okay.
gators.
All right.
Gummy goo.
I fucking. I am so glad that the team had decided to not have them just be standing there. Like,
We've all seen this episode by now. I can post this.
yeah. Also, yeah, that yellow and green alligator, Pomni had earlier in the episode, Pomni has a heart to heart with him and tries to bring him into the circus, but
Because he's an NPC.
yeah, in the adventure, his reality kind of got shattered by being shown that he was a digital creation, merely there for the humans' entertainment, and Pomni comforted him, and Kane disintegrated him.
Yep, you are. Oh, you're not
Mm.
supposed to be here. Snap. Exactly. Mods ban him.
Yeah, like Pomni so far is the one that's having the most amount of care for the like has the most amount of care and is doing her best to help all the other people. Like,
She also gets sent to hell.
yeah,
Mm.
that happened and that also happened. And got sent there with Kinger, the chess piece with the royal looking chess piece, who apparent like 90% of the time he's absolutely like 98% of the time he is just completely crazy, like complete like bonkers senile, but apparently whenever he puts a bucket on his head, he oh yeah, I forgot.
Do we invite Abby back now?
Yes, Abby should come back.
Abby!
We
Yeah,
will do.
I'll be honest, I completely forgot you that we were waiting that you left.
I mean,
At
I
the
was
end.
literally just typing a message to just be like, since this is an important session, like maybe we can like just reschedule. Because I was like, because if you're all having a chat, and it's like, I'm like, I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
But
It might be
I
a
think,
reset schedule.
yeah, like we can. I don't know if we can come up with another day that we're kind of all free before Friday, or if not, just have to wait till next Friday. Because as much as I love you all, when I'm not like focusing on like playing D&D, I get really, really tired.
Fair enough.
That's
So
fine.
I'm like really sleepy.
Is there a day you guys have before next Friday? Well, man, Christmas is coming.
Problem
no, not
is,
next week.
if we do something before next Friday, I cannot do normal time. I'd have to get cut by like an hour or two short because I have to work in the schools and I have to be up very early.
I mean, that's not that big a deal, honestly.
Yeah, only an hour shorter. It's not
Mhm.
having a session hour shorter is better than
No
not.
session. I can do any day but Wednesday, probably.
And Tuesday.
Sorry, Tuesday. Tuesday. I lied. Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday are a no-go for me. But Monday night I would be willing to. Monday night is last resort for me, but
Okay. What else?
I asked Mickey too because I know Mickey has like one or two other games.
Yeah, it's important as well. I mean, yeah, we need everyone present. So, here, let me see.
I mean, not that like it's because while I was looking at the calendar while I was waiting, among other things. But like you've got would would anyone, not that it's obviously massively important if not, but like could anyone do like the like the Sunday, like this Sunday, because then it would be kind of close to Friday, but then it wouldn't be too encroaching onto the weekdays, which I imagine is probably quite busy for people.
yeah.
I mean, this Sunday I get out early, so it wouldn't matter to me. But
I
it
could
depends on you guys.
Yeah, because obviously like you've got stuff to do on the weekends, I imagine, but I don't know what your sort of time, because you're kind of all at different time spots.
Yeah, because if we do Sunday, then that'd definitely work for me. But Emily would have the issue of having to leave an hour early, but that's still reasonable. It's inevitable. That's inevitable for all the week actually. So
Yeah.
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 It's only because Sundays are pretty, at least here. I don't know if it's the same with. I don't
Abby,
know. I don't think it is.
what is today for you?
It's Saturday.
Like right now.
The 14th.
So your Sunday would be our Saturday then, right?
Well, I'm saying like so Sunday for you guys, it will be Monday for
Okay.
me.
Okay. So is that what we're?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will be midnight on Monday for me, but Sunday at whatever time it would be for you
If
guys.
I can get out an hour and 10 minutes early, I should be fine.
On Sunday? That's yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if we're it would technically just be the other part of this session, so it wouldn't. If not having a full session would not really matter.
Yeah.
Since we already had about an hour of the session.
Feel like a wrap up of what's going on.
Hold on, I'm checking something.
Or Mickey could just randomly pop in right now and everything works.
And it all works out.
Mickey just joins and it's like, "Hey guys, I fixed it. Everything."
2 years ago, Mickey said no Sundays in our one server. I can't say if that's consistent now.
It's like the thing with like technology in general is that like you can leave it alone for like an hour, come back, and then it will just be, yep, I'm fine now. I fixed it without even doing anything. So it's like,
That's just if Mickey's willing to come in and try again. But if it was too much for him, then I understand. It doesn't matter.
I haven't heard anything since 8:47.
no. Yeah, it was when he replied to the message about not being the headphones. I mean, what other days would work? Because if we could give like Mickey a couple of options, then we could kind of like table it and see,
Mhm.
and kind of wait for Mickey to sort of be the deciding de facto answer on what day we do.
So
I can do any day but Tuesday.
Okay.
my early days are Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So
So Wednesday or Thursday, so either do either of the so unless Wednesday and Thursday like interferes with does that interfere with anything you guys got, Abby or Vel?
I'm basically free. All of my stuff is in like the earlier day.
I mean, it's midnight for me, so the only
Fair
thing
enough.
I have is sleep. So Wednesday would technically be Thursday, and Thursday would technically be Friday for me, but that's fine. I'll map it out. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's fine for me because it will be, yeah, it'll only be kind of a finishing off of this session anyway, so it wouldn't be massively difficult. And it's midnight, so I'm only sleeping. Who needs it? Me. I've got a bit delusional. I feel like sitting in silence for a little bit's made me go a bit doolally.
In that like few minutes, you went crazy.
I just I don't have.
Gone
That's how I
nuts.
keep myself sane. Is like, oh, because if I sit silently too long, then I'm like, oh, actually, I am kind of tired, and then I just lose it.
Oh my god, I just
That's
remembered
why
I
I
have
was
a
keeping
muffin.
myself sane when you guys were doing your little like separate section. That's why I was posting so many gifs everywhere because I was like, that was the only way I could keep my brain like focused on like, don't fall asleep.
The
You have to
downside to
post
playing
gifs.
late for all of us.
I usually what Mickey does. I need to like load up like Power Wash Simulator to keep my brain
That's why
focused.
I have a few games on my computer now that I'm like, I can just click these and not have to focus. Well, not focus on the game. I can focus on the audio.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I just remembered that I have a muffin right next to me. I'm so
Eat that
happy.
damn muffin.
I'm eating that.
Oh, nice.
It's cranberry and orange.
Oh, that sounds good.
Weird.
Okay. So possibly Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. If not, Friday / Saturday for me. Well,
Yeah.
Discord really did not want us to play on Friday the 13th. Discord was like, absolutely not.
said your rolls were going to be terrible today if you played.
Quick, everyone take a roll if you haven't.
I already rolled at the beginning. I rolled a 3 and a 15.
Damn.
I was trying to give us a warning.
Yeah.
I
Opening.
think my Google just closed itself for no reason. Oh.
9 and a 16.
Oh? There's a feeling
Well, at
very
least
like high
I got
ammo.
one.
No!
I got
Not
3
a
ones.
1.
Oh. If I roll a 20, that technically would be a bad thing. Oh, I did roll high.
Shit. Roll for the villains.
Oh, I
Natural
rolled
20.
the same number twice. Okay.
See? It's really a grace of the internet gods that we
Three times? Three times?
reschedule.
No, but this is close. That was close.
Friday the 13th was not the vibe.
Superstitions.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
dear me.
does a 1 hit?
So one hit.
Can I add my modifiers, please?
No, you
Just
missed
this
the,
one time.
you missed the chair that was just completely still.
Dear me. Okay.
Spis does that Mean Girl thing where she walks into the Mean Girls thing where she walks straight into a trash can, flips over head first into it.
No! One turns to look. Or I guess in the movie, no one looks at her. Still.
Everyone just walks away.
That would be even sadder. Oh dear. Okay. Right. I guess with that planned out, then I'm gonna hop off to bed because I'm getting a bit delusional.
Alright, for sure.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Sorry, guys. I'm
No,
normally much
That's
better at it,
alright.
but it is that
Get some sleep.
downtime moment. It really like gets in my brain because I'm not focusing on anything anymore.
that makes sense. It's fine.
I will. But
You
yeah,
guys,
I will
next session.
await the
Yeah.
answer, and if not, Friday/Saturday,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Most likely
but
Friday.
maybe sooner. Who knows? We'll see.
Default Friday.
I will
Yeah,
see
default Friday.
y'all sometime.
Sometime.
See y'all sometime.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.